The new norm of AI stress. Why your Gen Z workers are stressed about using AI tools at work. Abstract. This article examines research on generational differences in attitudes toward artificial intelligence, AI technologies in the workplace, and offers recommendations for leaders to mitigate AI-related stress among younger workers. Younger generations such as Gen Z, who have come of age with AI ubiquitous, report increased anxiety that their jobs could become obsolete. In contrast to older workers, they lack lived experience of adapting to previous waves of innovation and have less understanding of why some legacy tasks remain unautomated. The article suggests leaders clearly communicate job security and investment in reskilling, provide transparency and contextualized training on AI tools, and foster a culture of psychological safety where mistakes are seen as opportunities to learn rather than failures. An example is provided of a financial firm that successfully addressed Gen Z concerns over new robo-advisory tools through such strategies as publishing employee career evolution stories and pairing new hires with mentors. In today's innovative workplace, artificial intelligence, AI, and automation technologies are increasingly common tools helping employees accomplish tasks more efficiently. However, some younger generations of workers are reporting increased stress and anxiety associated with using these new AI tools on the job. As leaders seek to implement emerging technologies, it is important to understand how and why some employees perceive AI differently than others. Today, we will explore research surrounding generational differences in attitudes toward AI and offer practical recommendations for leaders on mitigating AI-related stress among younger workers to build a more cohesive and productive workforce. Research Foundation: Generational Views of AI and Work. Scholars have identified clear differences in how different generational cohorts view emerging technologies and their impact on work. The generation currently entering the workforce, known as Generation Z or Gen ZZ, have a unique perspective shaped by coming of age with AI already present in nearly every aspect of life. Research shows Gen Z workers often have a persistent fear that AI will replace human jobs compared to older generations. Gen Z is more likely to believe AI and robotics will significantly reduce available jobs over the next decade. This creates an underlying anxiety that their career could become obsolete. 1. Lower confidence in their ability to adapt. While adaptable to new technologies, Gen Z lacks the lived experience of older workers who have navigated previous waves of innovation. They may doubt their capability to retrain for new roles as work changes. 2. Less personal connection to legacy work processes. Gen Z has little memory of workplaces without sophisticated software and tools. They struggle to understand why some legacy tasks have not yet been automated, viewing human involvement as less efficient. 3. Heightened perfectionist tendencies. Coming of age in a world of instant answers, Gen Z expects technologies to be flawless. Any software errors or difficult learning curves can amplify underlying fears about job security. 4. Understanding these generational perspectives provides insight for leaders on addressing AI-related stress constructively among younger team members. The following sections explore practical solutions. Communicating job security and investment in human skills. A key factor driving Gen Z anxiety is the perception that AI will eliminate human jobs rather than augment work. Leaders must proactively shape a counter-narrative that positions AI as an opportunity rather than a threat to careers. Some strategies include publishing case studies highlighting how roles have evolved, not disappeared, with new technologies over time at the organization. Focus on continuous learning and growth. Investing in reskilling and make public commitments to retraining any employees whose roles do change substantially. Communicate new career paths opened up. Having leaders and experienced employees share stories of previously navigating innovation waves to build confidence in adaptability. Highlight importance of human skills like judgment, empathy, creativity that AI cannot replace. Explaining how AI assists and enhances human work rather than replacing it. Citing concrete examples from within different departments. Focus on increased productivity and job satisfaction. Clear communication shows AI as a chance to advance careers rather than end them, reducing perceptions of job insecurity that fuel stress. Consistent actions backing the message help garner trust. Demystifying AI tools through transparency and training. Gen Z's lack of first-hand experience with legacy work processes creates a barrier to fully grasping why some tasks may not yet be automated, or how AI tools assist rather than perform work autonomously. Leaders can offer demos of AI tools to show capabilities and limitations, countering perceptions of infallibility. Illustrate why human oversight remains critical. Provide contextualized, role-specific training on all AI solutions being deployed. Explain thought processes behind design choices to build understanding. Publish documentation outlining what data AI tools use, how decisions are made, and opportunities for human intervention or refinement. Ensure transparency. Foster peer-to-peer learning by pairing new hires with experienced employees comfortable explaining workflow changes. Leverage existing tribal knowledge. Insights into how AI complements, rather than replaces human judgment, helps Gen Z workers feel more in control. Transparency dispels mystery around tools and enhances perception of job security through clearly defined human roles. Addressing perfectionist tendencies with psychological safety. High standards of excellence can increase perceived stakes of any software errors for Gen Z, exacerbating anxieties. Leaders must promote a growth mindset where mistakes are a natural part of the learning process, not failures. Praise effort over outcomes alone to shift focus. Psychological safety so employees feel comfortable openly discussing challenges and setbacks without fear of repercussions like damage to career prospects. Mentorship programs pairing Gen Z with receptive listeners among leadership and experienced peers as a support system for navigating difficulties. Realistic performance expectations acknowledging any AI solution will have edge cases requiring troubleshooting or refinement at first. Avoidance of harsh criticism for initial bumps keeps stress in check. Creating an environment where experimentation and progress matter more than perfection helps ease perceived risks to career momentum from inevitable AI growing pains or errors when adapting to change. Industry example: financial services firm reduces AI anxiety. A large investment bank implemented strategies to address Gen Z concerns over new AI robo-advisory tools handling lower-risk customer portfolios. Leadership. Published employee stories of reskilled roles supporting AI systems rather than replacement, like personalized client advice and exceptions handling. Arrange demos comparing past manual processes to current AI-assisted workflow transparency. Provided tailored digital literacies courses. Paired new hires with mentors comfortable discussing past innovations to build confidence in adapting to change. Focused performance reviews on ongoing skill development and willingness to learn rather than flawless automation use from the start. Gen Z relationship managers now perceive AI as boosting job satisfaction by offsetting repetitive tasks. Errors are viewed as solvable problems rather than threats to their jobs, thanks to a psychologically safe, growth-oriented culture embrace of emerging technologies. Conclusion: by proactively addressing unique generational perspectives, leaders can mitigate AI-related stress among Gen Z workers that risks undermining productivity and morale. Clear communication of concrete actions reinforcing job security allays inherent fears of obsolescence. Training and transparency into tools demystifies AI's capabilities, while emphasizing the indispensability of human judgment. Fostering a culture where curiosity and improvement outweigh perfection alleviates unnecessary risks to career momentum from inevitable bumps in the road, as employees and technologies alike adapt together. With sensitive attitudes and targeted strategies, organizations can harness AI innovations successfully across generations to build a cohesive, thriving workforce.